A very special occasion took place down the road here at Headingley yesterday with the Test Match Special 60th anniversary match. Members of the team were joined by cricket-loving celebrities to play a 2020 game at the Wheatwood Sports Park at the University of Leeds. It was an eclectic mix. Greg James from Radio 1, the sprinter Johan Blake, Naga Munchetty from BBC Breakfast, Marcel from Love Island, of course, and we also had a commentary team featuring TMS favourites and some special guests too. So Team Boycott against Team Agnew with captains Michael Vaughan and Phil Tufnell. If you did miss any of the fun, you can watch it for 30 days on the BBC iPlayer. But here's the story of the day with Alison Mitchell, your host, starting with the toss conducted by our Test Match special umpire, of course, John Holder.
John, you have the coin. You're going to tell us more.
Here we have an Irish punt.
Okay.
So instead of heads and tails, you've got harp or stag.
Okay. Okay.
Harp or stag.
Okay. Lovely.
So
Is this okay for you?
Indeed.
I'm going to go with. We'll toss it and I'll tell you.
Okay, Michael's about to toss the coin. Everybody stand
I've
back.
done this before.
Here we go. The coin goes up. Whoa, sky high.
Stag.
Hang on, the call was stag.
It's a harp. It's a harp.
It's a harp.
It's a harp.
It's a harp. Michael has won the toss. Hold on, we might have damaged the pitch in the process. Michael, tell us what you're going to do.
Well, I've got Johan Blake in my team. He's going to run through those woods. He wants to have he just thinks there's a bit of moisture in the surface. We're going to have a bowl.
Oh, even with the sun out now?
Yeah, the sun out. Johan's happy. You know, Marcel's also going to trundle in. He's going to kind of get it down there. Yeah, we just feel the pitch will get better and better. It's going to be a nice chasing venue.
Very nice. Phil, come a little closer, closer. Oh, are you happy with this? You've lost the toss. It's not the best start for you.
Well, it's not. It's not a great start, but not the end of the world. You always come to Leeds and you always look up, don't you? And so, nice sunny weather. We're happy to have a bet. My top five are extremely strong. So we're going to look to go out there and post a big score.
I'll be dead honest, Alistair. I just wanted to get the fielding out of the way.
I'll let you guys go because you've got very important team talks to do. We might even come and have a listen in a moment. Let's bring in the coaches because Jonathan and Jeffrey are both here. So we've sent off the captains. Now it's time for the big guns and the coaches. Welcome to you both.
I can't believe what a mistake. We've got Swann, Tufnell, and they're going to have them bowling last on here.
Did you not confer and come to any decisions about batting bowling first?
Well, we were going to.
Yes, I said to Michael, when the sun's out, pitch is dry, bat first in Yorkshire. Pitches usually get a bit worse, especially park pitches, but as captain, does his own thing he's entitled to.
Yeah, he's got his own man with his own mind. He's opted to have a bowl first, I guess. And you feeling confident then?
It's going to turn. So we get enough runs on the board. We've got Miles Jupp's mystery spin. It is so mysterious, even he doesn't know what it is. And there's one or two marks here. It's Waring. Got Dagnall on a Waring pitch. Two of England's finest ever spinners. Jeffrey, I tell you what, that is a big mistake.
Well, I'm not sure Tufnell can get it down the other end. I know Swann can.
Wow.
And Dagnall will be a handful, because if you look at the pitch, there's a lot of pock-marked where the ball hits it a few times, the top will go a little bit.
So one
far end.
One of those indentations was where the coin landed as well. Michael threw it so far up in the air, it came down and it almost sort of lodged in the pitch.
He was trying to bamboozle Tufnell and succeeded.
Right, we're heading off towards the team talks because the captains have gone off and they're going to deliver some very important team talks. So we'll catch up with you both a little bit later. Let's head off then towards the boundary and the pavilion, and we'll see what's going on in these team huddles.
I know we're nervous. I know there's a huge crowd, but all we think about is winning this game. All you have to think about is our coach, Jeffrey Boycott, what he will say to us for the rest of our lives if we lose this game. So you just pick a man or a lady in their team and you just beat them. Whoever you want to beat, you beat.
Let's head over to the other team now and see what they've got to say.
All I can say is you deserve to be here, OK? This is your moment to go out there. The people here, you've got to do it for your family, do it for your children, do it for the public, do it for the country. Yeah. Also, where are we going out tonight? Where'd you fancy? Curry? I quite fancy pub. OK, not to worry. Listen, go out and enjoy it. Give it something.
So we're all set for the Test Match Special 60th anniversary match. The teams have had their team talk. They are prepped. And, of course, this would not be an austere cricketing occasion without soprano Laura Wright. You'll know her because she performs Jerusalem at the start of England internationals, and what better than to have Laura perform at the start of the TMS 60th anniversary match. So I'll give it to Laura to take it away.
And did those feet in ancient time walk upon England's mountains green, and was the holy
dear old thing. Alison, we've just listened to the most wonderful opening partnership, haven't we? Laura Wright and Alison Mitchell. I mean, I've got not only Tuffers alongside me, but also Jim Carter, and both were absolutely basking, first of all in Alison's brilliant introduction, and then in Laura's fabulous singing. Gentlemen, wasn't it terrific?
It was indeed, and she's on my side as well, so we're happy. so the singing in the dressing room after we've won this amazing victory is going to be fantastic.
We've got Graeme Swann, rather, going in, and with Dom Joly, that's right. And Graeme Swann and Dom Joly, you practically can't tell them apart, can you?
No.
And
except that Dom Joly looks like he's got a chest pad on, but he hasn't.
Henry, I hate to draw your attention, but is that Yohan Blake starting his run up from behind the sight screen?
I think he may be.
Does somebody disappear from? Oh my God! And he can run 100 yards in 9.96 seconds.
Well, he's always been finishing second to Usain Bolt, so he hasn't got that problem anymore.
No,
has he?
I might mention that to him actually when he's batting.
Let's watch now as
here he comes.
Yohan Blake, here he is, this tremendous sprint, and Swanee absolutely quaking in his boots. It's Yohan Blake. Oh, a stutter there. Oh, and Swanee's hit him, and he's out. He's gone. He's caught it off first ball. Oh my goodness me, Yohan Blake, but he's come first there, all right. And Swanee just swatted it to mid-off. Here you are, catch it. Extraordinary start. And Tuffers, what about that now?
Oh, Swanee, you're my main man. I paid 7 rhubarbs for you. Short of a length, just outside off stump. That's Graham's shot usually, wonderful off the back foot. It was quite quick, and he's just sort of, as you say, swatted it to Ed Smith, who gobbled it up at mid-off. What a bad start for my side.
Dagnall, now, he's taking advantage. In the auction, Charlie Dagnall went for 11 rhubarbs.
Well, I put a lot of rhubarbs on Daggers. Bats and bowl, of course. He's our all-rounder. He's been batting very well. He said he got 80 over the weekend as well. So hopefully he's going to come strong.
Oh, he's off his short run now, Yohan Blake. So he's hit that away. Well, he's off the mark. Deep square leg fielding, and they come back just for the single. So it is 1 for 1. Oh, look, we got a pigeon, the first pigeon there. No, it's a seagull. I've been confused a pigeon and a seagull for years. Isha Guha again, just a couple of strides in. Oh, it's a full toss, and that is swung away.
Oh, it's 6.
That's gone all the way into the crowd for 6. And Dom Joly, there he is, hands aloft. You think he'd won the match. Oh, and all the gold medal or whatever. It's wonderful to see the crowd under that temporary stand at mid-wicket really enjoying themselves. My goodness me, who have I been joined by? Alistair Cook. How very good to see you. How are you?
I'm very well, Blows, and now this is a treat. I'm sharing the microphone with you.
Well, we've talked about it over the years, on and off, haven't we?
We have, and now you're disappearing.
Well, I am, I know, but only from, I say only from TMS. I mean, sadly, I think the time's come, don't you? Isha Guha again, a short one, and that's swatted away over the top of cover for 4 more.
Fantastic. You could call that a back foot punch over the top, but really it was a drag down long up, smeared through cover, but 4 more all the same.
It was a bit of a smear, wasn't it? Not the sort of... How are you enjoying it, though? And now you're back in the ranks.
It's perfect, you know, making decisions, stand at first slip.
And score rather a lot of runs.
Well, nice last week.
And Isha Guha again. Oh, and he's hit that many a mile. That's gone all the way for a straight 6. He flat batted a straight 6 Daggers, and that's gone down to the pavilion. 6 runs to him, so 39 for 1, and I say, what fun this is. And, the exact 4 John Blondie's now going to be caught. He's gone. He's tried to cut that, got underneath it, was caught at backward point, so the second wicket has fallen. Charlotte Edwards has struck in our first over. Goodness me, the excitement is tremendous, and the score now 39 for 2. And we've got the new batsman in. It looks to me a bit like Harry Judd. It is indeed.
So here is Vaughan bowling absolute filth, and he's going to get a wicket with it. Oh, no, he's not! Oh, have you ever seen such diabolical cricket in your life?
Marcel Somerville there.
That is what we call despicable cricket all round, Alistair Cook. It was indeed Marcel Somerville, who's taken over the gloves from Greg James, who's taken over the gloves from Michael Vaughan. No, it's not. Who was it who's dropped that? No, it is Somerville.
Yeah.
It is Somerville at first slip. And they don't come much easier than that. That said, it looked like a no ball for height to me, Alistair.
Yeah, I think I am so glad he hasn't caught that. I'd love to see Daggers just put Vaughan over the ropes a couple of times. He looks like he's going to toss it up nice and slowly, but yeah, I mean, he probably should have caught that.
Next delivery is driven high, firmly, straight, and into the crowd for 6. A wonderful shot from Charlie Dagnall. And that'll take the score to 50. 51? Andrew?
45.
45. Sorry, 45 for 2. That's a superb shot from Daggers, wasn't it, Alistair?
That was a lovely strike. Is that it now?
Oh, he's retiring at 30, yes. Now, who's coming on here? Are we going to stay with Charlotte? We are staying with Charlotte Edwards. Oh, that's been tossed up high, gone out to deep mid-wicket, and it's 6. A fabulous shot by... is that Ebony?
It was Ebony.
It was Ebony. Ebony, what a shot that was. That does bring up the 50, I'm delighted to say. As total moves to 52. How are you finding this commentary lark? Did you fancy taking over from us at some point?
This is probably only the second ever time I've ever done it. I think you can probably tell. I think I did a little stint.
Well, I was going to let you do a ball, actually. I was going to assess you.
Oh, okay.
Do you fancy it?
Well, just do what you do and just say what you see.
Well, yeah.
Left arm around the wicket, tosses one up, and Harry just knocks it into the leg side, just past my wicket for an easy, comfortable single. That
was terrific.
And if you're listening on the tractor at home, on the combine, as most of my friends do, probably that's all you need, isn't it?
Round the wicket, he bowls a tossed-up delivery. Oh, it was stumping! Oh, wait to see the decision. Well, they keep on appealing. There's only so many appeals you can get given. Oh, Ebony is gone. She's in a sprawling mess on the ground and has been helped to her feet by Michael Vaughan, but will now have to depart for what a spectacular 10 from 8 balls, stumped. But I've no idea who's keeping wicket anymore. Is it Greg James?
That is definitely Greg James, I think. That was, ugly cricket, I think you could describe that, but Simon Mann won't think that, will he?
He's
lovely left arm.
Exceptionally good game he's having at the moment. Well, it's a huge moment in this game because Phil Tufnell has strode out to bat, a man who once appeared with, was it Giddins, Mullally and Fraser in a bottom 4 of some renown. I think he managed to bat at number 10 once or twice for England.
Tufnell's 14 not out.
How has this happened, Aggers?
Well, I don't know, but...
Well,
it had to happen. He just got a bit carried away, didn't he, Tuffers? I mean, he got to 14. I suspect probably, only the second or third time in his career, I'm guessing, but he wouldn't know too often, I don't think, the dizzy heights of 14, would he?
Well, he did get 67 once.
Oh, he did get once.
But, yeah,
but that was against some joke bowling. I mean, this is a serious match like this.
Ed Smith, proper bowler, yeah.
Yeah, no, I think he got a little bit ahead of himself. Baroness Tanny Lee Thompson. Jay Thompson, sorry, I was watching the replay there. Tanny, lovely to see you. What will you make of this shambles?
Do you know, I'm having a lovely day. What I love about cricket, and I wouldn't say I'm an expert at all, is the fact you can sit out in the sun, you can have a chat, and you can just watch the world go by.
I know.
It's really lovely.
In goes Smith then. Let's have a look at this. Another bouncer. Look at Harry go there. Well, that's not bad. He's got to retire. But I'll tell you what, he's coming back for some more. The others can all run themselves out for all I care. I want to see Harry back again because that was a terrific shot at the end there to finish it off. Hostile ball from Smith. Look at that. Proper hook shot.
Absolutely, yeah. Nearly took an umpire out on the way there as well, didn't he?
I think it was as if Laura Wright's coming in next. She sang beautifully early on, and she always starts off these test matches.
How is she with the bat, though?
I had a brief talk with her earlier. I would say quite inexperienced.
Okay.
So, in fact, I'm not sure she's ever batted before. So this could be interesting.
Just quite inexperienced.
Yeah. So, I mean, she's got a lovely voice. And, well, she's not bothering to take guard. Now, that is very confident. Very confident indeed. And, she's away.
Contact.
Forced off the back foot, square through the offside. Now, that is a quality shot. Didn't bother taking guard. She basically said, bring it on. That's not bad for someone who's never batted before.
Not bad at all.
No, a little bit of a sort of stagnant mess here, Andrew. What's your analysis of things?
Well, Laura Wright's just dominating this partnership, isn't she? She's got 100% of the 2 runs in the partnership. Simon Hughes.
Yeah. Right, go on, Laura, smack it. Well, good girl. Now, that is 4. That's a terrific shot. Well done, Laura. 124 for 4. That's a really good shot.
Big celebration.
No, I like that. That is, I suspect, I'm only guessing, but I think the first 4 she's ever hit.
Simon, you're right, I played a lot against Simon, was not a great batsman, but a handy sort of number 10. But we all laugh in the press box nowadays that tea time, every day, for his Channel 4 duties as the analyst, he goes out with a bat right out into the middle with 20,000 there watching, and then he does some demonstrations for the camera. And, you know, there's a few old pros up there saying, what the devil's he doing telling anyone? And he's reinforcing that today, I think.
Now it's going to be Fazeer Mohammed who's back into the attack. Bowls a flat ball. That's going to be close. That's plumb. Surely up goes the finger of umpire John Holder. And, well, I think he was beaten for pace. It was just a little bit too slow, wasn't it? It was short, it was filthy, it was dreadful, and it was just that little bit too good for Simon Hughes. He's gone for 1 from 8 balls. 127 for 5. Miles Jupp is coming to the crease. Now, he is the star of Balamory, of course. Archie the Inventor. He was in Rev. You ever watched Rev?
I did, yes.
Fantastic, wasn't it?
It was really funny.
He was a curate, wasn't
Brilliant.
he?
He was a curate, yeah.
And I think the other thing about Miles Jupp is that a great-grandfather played in the first ever Test match or something like that.
Oh.
I mean, I'm looking to you, Dan, but I'm looking even further. I see Andrews
Yeah, got
here.
him. Oh, well, I'm afraid he's been bowled. He's playing. It's that lethal long hop that Fazeer bowls. The slow long hop is absolutely impossible delivery to play on this spicy track.
I think Laura's been much more impressive than we expected her to be.
Well, she's just slapped a 4. And do you know what that is? That's what's known as a strapple.
We were
It's a
sort
front
of
foot pull.
we're kind of saying, oh, you know, she was only going to be out there for a short while. I think she's pretty impressive, actually.
Let's ask Andrew. She's faced 19 balls. Who's faced more balls than her? I suppose Daggers. Anyone else?
No, Daggers only faced 19. Harry Judd faced 25.
Oh, and I have a horrible feeling that she's just been bowled. Yes, she has been bowled, but imagine she finds time to high-five Michael Vaughan. So Lydia Greenway picks up her first wicket. And so she faced 20 deliveries, which is the second most number of anybody in this side. And she's never picked up a bat before.
13. Really?
Yeah, 135 for 7. Last ball. Daggers is going to hit his high in the air. Charlotte Edwards underneath it. She's caught one. Oh, yes. A tremendous catch on Charlotte Edwards. She may have dropped that all-important one in the 2014 Test match against India, but she's caught this one, and in many ways that will give her greater pleasure. At the end of 20 overs, 140 for 9. Everyone got a bat.
I think both sides will be fairly satisfied.
Yes, it's too close to call.
There don't seem to be many people going home.
No.
It's all going really well.
Ed Smith and Lottie Edwards have gone out there. Almost impossible to tell them apart. Garcia, it is Adam. I say that one's gone many a mile. And Ed hit that for 6 or did that bounce just a bit before?
Just the one bounce.
It's one bounce, 4 runs. But Ed, didn't he time that beautifully? That was a scholarly stroke. It's Daggers again, hopping up to the wicket. Oh, and there it goes. It's in the air. It could be. Oh, no. 4 more. It's just too difficult for the man at wide long off. 28 for no wicket. And Ed Smith is in strike, and Daggers is mincing in. Oh, and there it goes, a beautiful stroke. That first bounce for 4, that was the stroke of the day. The brilliant stroke by Ed Smith, that. Really magnificent. That was true Test match special. Here's Evers. Oh, that's a
punishment.
It's huge. It is. It's gone for 6. My dear old thing.
Well, he's retired now. That's Ed on 30.
Ed's gone.
That's 30.
Give Ed Smith a tremendous round of applause.
I'm not in yet.
And but Evers to Vaughaners. Oh my goodness, he drive 4 runs. Oh, Vaughan, that was brilliant. It's coming straight towards me. Oh, it's just bunked into the thing just down there. And Ed Smith, well played, Ed. Tremendous. You upheld the honour of Test match special in a way I would never have believed. It was wonderful.
Well, Henry, thank you. And I can honestly say that hearing your voice when I was batting, which I've never experienced before, inspired new heights. And I can only imagine if I'd had that experience when I was actually a proper player, it would have been so much better for me.
Simon Hughes is bowling. Goodness me, here he is. 8 up to the wicket. Oh my goodness me. Did the ball explode? I think it most extraordinary. Simon Hughes is wearing his swimming hat, isn't he? But I don't know what happened to that.
I think it may well have been a joke ball.
Do you think? I think it must have been, mustn't it? Yes, it is. They've Vaughan and he have high-fived.
The hideous ball from Ebony. And has been swept by Charlotte Edwards down to deep backward square leg. They played against each other a lot. Oh, they're coming through for a second. This could be tight because Charlotte's not the quickest of runners. And is that not going to be given out?
Dom Joly can't believe it.
Well, I can't believe it either. I would have thought Titch would have given that. And Ebbs is convinced that he must do. She's having a word, I think. Now, this could be interesting because we can have a look on the replay. We can see what Titch can't. And that is out. That bat's in the air. That's entirely out. He's got to give it. Simon Hughes has just been smashed. Oh, my word, into the trees by Michael Vaughan. He's wearing a huge beaming grin on his face. 24 he moves to, 69 for one. What a shot that was. That went absolutely miles. That's the first one that's gone into the trees. Hello, Isha.
That's his response to the fake ball, isn't it?
Next ball is worked into the ons. Oh, through the hands of mid-wicket. Oh, and through the feet of Naga Munchetty for 4. Well, this is not magnificent from Simon Hughes. None for 16. Gorgeous bat, isn't it? He's moved to 28, so he's going to try and hit 6 off this, presumably. That's the tactic, isn't it, Ed? Once you get within sight of your 30.
Can't say it was one I achieved in that case.
No, you didn't, but I mean, that you would have talked about this. Boycott sort of mentioned this. And he's hit that, I think, for 6. He has! Good grief. So Michael Vaughan's going to have to walk off. The second man to retire in this innings for 34 from 15 balls. 79 for 1, 62 required from 75. Graeme Swann is into the attack. His contribution to the game so far has been to get a duck off the first ball. Oh, and he's got a wicket as he first ball. Well, I think he has. He has. What a shot. And what a shot to play to your first ball off Graeme Swann. Yohan Blake has gone. He can't believe it. He's furious with himself. It was full. It was flat. It was there to be walloped over deep extra cover. And I'm afraid Yohan has been... He's been deceived by the flatter, quicker one.
He's got his own back, hasn't he, Graeme Swann?
Well,
after
so far.
Getting out to Yohan Blake, first ball of the first innings.
Lydia Greenway is marching out to the crease, and she is going to join Marcel Somerville. Faces her first ball from Graeme Swann. Bowled again! Oh, yes, he's got 2 in 2. So far, there hasn't been a single delivery that Graeme Swann has been involved in that hasn't resulted in a wicket. Hat-trick ball, Swanee in to Greg James. How he'd love... Oh, he's left it! Big appeal for a stumping. And this could be tight, you know. Well, I say it could be tight. His foot didn't move at any moment, but I thought that just possibly for the occasion and the moment, umpire might just have triggered him.
It was an enthusiastic appeal from Phil Tufnell behind the stumps.
No turn at all there. Phil Tufnell is going to start in. Oh, he's bowled him! Well, I never. Somerville's gone. This is the third wicket. Third wicket that's gone down in 8 balls, is that right?
That's correct, yeah.
Third in 8. Tough as an... You know, we never got to see Phil Tufnell and Graeme Swann in action. The Laker and Lock that never happened in English cricket. Finally, Isha, this is what it could have looked like if only Tuffers had been 10 years younger.
Well,
or
I saw
Swanee
him bowl a
10 years
little
older.
bit in practice, and he had it on a string, literally. It was on the same length every single time, and getting that turn, fizz and turn off the wicket, and that's exactly what's happened here again.
Yeah, and I want to talk to you about that first ball of the match, because you've come charging in. You've got Graeme Swann, the great England spinner, a man with a test average with a bat of around 22.
I know Swanee can, but I always watch him in the test match. Yep. I know he strike it for England, and for me to get him for the first ball, I was so delighted.
I told you you'd get him at mid-off, though, didn't I?
Yes, you did tell me.
Yeah.
What all we got to do is just to consolidate right now and just nudge it around, and hope that Michael Vaughan can come back in.
Now, tell me how much this winning this match means to you. I mean, you've been in some lesser events like the Olympics and the World Championships, but I mean, this is the culmination of, I imagine, 25, 30 years of dreaming, isn't it? You're not 30. As Swann starts a new over, forward in defence, comes Mann, plays the ball back to him, no run. This is going to mean a great deal to you, isn't it?
It is a great deal for me playing with Swann, Michael Vaughan, and all everybody. It's just wonderful for me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's huge. That's gone way into the crowd, miles away, over deep mid-wicket. That wasn't a good ball, I'm afraid. Big one for Greg James, though. Look at that, he's smiling. I did see him on the physio's couch earlier on, though. He's struggling with his having kept wicket. Yes, he is. He's never done it before, poor chap.
And out he went to go keep wicket to Yohan Blake. That's a good shot, though.
That's 4.
Greg James is
lovely long drive.
Yeah, he's just found a bit of touch here. 22, so he'll have to go in a minute. So he'll have to go to be replaced by, well, again, one of the sort of the lower order types.
Simon Hughes lollops in and is worked down to long leg. There should just be the one. Daggers is converging on it along with Miles Jupp. And
they've gone for 2, haven't they?
Did they get through for 2? They got through for 2. And that was suboptimal fielding, it must be said, down here. 127 for 4.
You have such a lovely way of saying that.
Simon Hughes, what a decision this was to make. None for 28, and he's just been marmalised through the onside. Daggers, Daggers stops it. He's got a bullet throw, Daggers. Well, bullet-ish. And over the top of the stumps, good bit of fielding. 10 required from 14 balls. Simon Mann, former mercenary, of course, and all that work.
Well, he's showing a ruthless streak here, isn't he?
He is.
A pragmatic, ruthless streak.
Like his father, George Mann, who captained England, of course, many years ago.
He didn't really.
Don't need to ruin it. That's a wonderful shot. Is that going to go all the way? It's gone for 4, I believe, and that's perfect from Greg James. Takes it to 29 from 28. Only 5 to win. They're within one lusty blow of victory. Laing is adopting a position much like a gully, but at slightly deep.
You almost want, following your theory, give James 1, then he has to retire.
Good thinking. Well, that's it, hit high in the air. Is there anyone underneath it? I look, I search. No, there is no one. Oh, brilliant save. Oh, how important could that prove to be? Probably not very, but you never know. Come back for 2.
Well, he's got to get off now. Someone's got to get him off.
Yes, indeed. So who's going to come in?
But he's not. He shows no sign of going.
Well, he's got to go. Greg James has got to go.
Well, where's
Greg James has got to go. We need to get a message out to the umpires. He doesn't want to leave.
Tuffers, is he on to this? Yes, no, he's going.
He is,
he's going.
He's off. Yeah, he's off. He's off.
There's 2 to win.
There's 2 to win.
Simon Hughes has been removed from the attack, and who better than the captain?
Well,
I think he's looking magisterial.
He really is, isn't he? He looks like he's commanding his troops, Tanny. I mean,
Middlesex missed out all those years ago. He's even taken his Dagnall off.
It's St Christopher. It looks like that is serious when you're taking your jewellery off.
Isn't it?
Well, is it?
Isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, I think
he's got
right.
Simon Mann in his sights as he's facing up to him now. The first ball is hit high in the air, straight. Oh no, that's going to run away all the way to the boundary. Yes, it is, and that is a win for Team Boycott on their home ground here at Wheatwood Hall. Simon Mann hits the winning runs. We will not hear the last of it over the next 5 days. My heart sinks. But I'm delighted for Jeffrey Boycott, for Michael Vaughan, and for his entire team. Simon Mann finishing with a very canny 31 ball, 24. It showed, I thought, the value of being born sometime in the 1930s. He totally understood how to play this game. He paced his innings perfectly.
Jeffrey will be absolutely. Look, he's beaming. And he might even give Simon a hug.
I have got the 2 captains with me, and we've got the victorious coach as well, Jeffrey. Michael, first of all, congratulations. Job well done, hey?
Well, that's why I paid... how many rhubarbs did I get for Greg James? Was it 5, Jeffrey? 5 pieces of rhubarbs. Kept wicket, dropped 2 catches, had a stumping, 2 wickets, 31 not out. Marvellous display.
Good job, Greg James. Tuffers, commiserations.
Never enough on that track, never enough. 140 odd, was it? We were 20 short of par. But I'd just like to thank my team. They performed brilliantly, fielded well, tried the best, but just not quite good enough on the day.
Let's get the coach's verdict. Daggers, you've had the view from the boundary, from the commentary box. Go on, are you a bit stricter than that?
The captain is in my office shortly. 2 overs from Dagnall from this end, 1 each from Swann and Tufnell to finish off the other. Game over. It was all over. And I don't know, I suspect match fixing.
On the other hand, some astute captaincy, Jeffrey, from your skipper.
Well, he's been one of the best captains in world cricket for years. So that's what you expect. That's what we got. He bats very well. You see him bat, he hasn't lost it, has he? And Ed Smith, beautiful, both of them.
Beautiful batting, beautiful bowling.
I love how serious he's being.
It's all about winning. I mean, if we hadn't won, I'm a bit worried about what might have happened today, frankly. Some of the other key performers then, Greg James obviously did well, but, with the ball, I think the team, at times outdid themselves, quite literally.
In any big game, you've got to have a start. And Yohan Blake running from those woods,
and getting Graeme Swann with the first ball. I just said in the team, you deal with Swann. Just deal with him. I didn't expect him to deal with him first ball, but the odd plan comes off. And, Marcel, I think he's a work in progress. I think he's got something there. He gets the odd ball seam up in the right position, so he's a work in progress. This team can go places. The IPLs, the big bashes. Look at Greg James. There he knows that the contracts are going to come towards his way. So great team display. Everyone had a good time.
Tuffers, winning runs hit off your bowling at the end. Did that hurt?
Well, it did a little bit, I must admit. I thought it was Simon Mann was going to play that little sort of scungy sweep off me, so I bowled it a little bit quicker, a little bit fuller. It did me, to be fair. Came down the wicket, played a glorious extra cover drive. What can you do? What can you do? Fair play to him.
Well, there we go. Lots of fun.